Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Tessman from stampyourartout.com. I teach paper crafting and share my passion virtually by live streaming on either YouTube or Facebook using an app called Switcher Studio. I found out about it when I saw a couple fellow Stampin' Up! Demonstrators using it, and I loved how much more professional it made their videos look. I love that transitions were smooth. I love that graphics could be added and people could see my facial expressions and maybe even read my lips when they were viewing both my face and what I was demonstrating on my table at the same time. So I gave it a go and I learned as much as I could through research and through trial and error. Was it easy to learn? Not as easy as I'd hoped. And maybe I wasn't looking in the right places for how-to videos or other tips or whatever. But now that I am using it regularly, I have fellow Stampin' Up! Demonstrators reaching out to me, asking me how it works. And so I had planned to give some kind of instruction sooner or later, but I am excited to announce that I have partnered with Switcher Studio to bring to you a series of 4 videos that are geared towards helping those looking for guidance and tips with live streaming in general and with the basics of Switcher Studio specifically. Thank you, Switcher Studio, for sponsoring and endorsing this video and the 3 others in this series. This first one is titled Going Beyond the Fear and Nervousness of Live Streaming. So, recording a video while also broadcasting, it can be kind of nerve-wracking, but here's the thing. Lives are quite common. Lots of people are doing them nowadays, so don't feel weird about doing it. People love to see the real you, mistakes and all. So just keep recording. Lives typically take less time than pre-recording because you can't stop and start and stop and start, and you don't have to worry about, editing and all that kind of thing. Once it's done, it's pretty much done, and you just let it go. They are a great way to teach because you have an audience who can engage with you, who can chat with you. You can talk with them, they can talk with you, you can answer questions. It's awesome. And you always have the option to delete. Every live streamer had to start at some point. They had to have a first video. Just as with paper crafting, most aren't going to make a fabulous greeting card right from the get-go. We have to have that shaky camera, we have to make mistakes. We learn as we go, we practice, and we get better. So even though I don't have that shaky camera anymore, and things look a little bit more professional, I'm still learning. I keep forgetting to push certain buttons during my lives. I keep making mistakes here and there. I don't have a perfect video yet. But on that note, viewers do love to see the real you, so relax and don't be so hard on yourself. So now that you've convinced yourself that you're ready to dive in, some other things to help you go beyond the fear and nervousness of live streaming is to get a few more things in order. First of all, what are you going to live stream? Have a plan in place. I like to teach paper crafting. Maybe you like to teach cooking. Maybe you own a beauty salon and you want to talk weekly about the specials or promotions that are going on in your salon. Think about something that people would enjoy watching and have a script or outline ready. It will help. You can tell that I'm reading one right now. Be organized enough so that you're not wasting people's time. Stick to that outline or your topic as best you can. And forgive yourself also if you make mistakes. Laugh at yourself. People like to see the real you, like I mentioned before. We are not perfect. We are human. And then you want to practice. If you've never done any lives, start with just your phone. Once you get the feel for that, then play around with the Switcher Studio app. I like to do my practice lives sometimes in my Facebook group that I've created that's just for me. It's a private group that I call Practice. But you could also practice on your Facebook business page or a group or personal page, maybe at a time that you feel less will be watching because you could always delete it. You could also practice on YouTube, YouTube Live, but as an unlisted video. So you can practice live streaming in so many different ways. And again, you can always delete it. So let's gather up some equipment too. That'll help prepare you. Switcher Studio works with iOS devices. It cannot be used with non-iOS devices. So I use my iPad for my main device, and then I use my iPhone and my laptop for multiple cameras and views. So I aim the camera of my iPad onto my face, and I aim the camera of my iPhone to my table where I'm demonstrating. I can also use the camera on my laptop, and as you see, I can also share what is showing on my laptop. And Switcher Studio's website is also very helpful. You can see that they've got a frequently asked questions section. They've even got a help section where you can look up certain things that you're wondering about. I wasn't aware of these things when I first started. And I know why. I was very stressed out because I had this 2-week free trial in which to learn it all and do it all. And that freaked me out, and so I didn't take the time to look at Switcher Studio's website. They do have answers there. Also, look at this. Because I've teamed up with Switcher Studio to bring you this video and the other 3 to follow, I get to also offer you a 30-day free trial with Switcher using that code. So what else do you need? You need a strong and fast internet, a strong bandwidth. When I try to do live streaming on crafting retreats, like in remote areas, more secluded areas, I have issues. Viewers do complain of the video freezing or lagging, but I can also sometimes have that issue at home when I have, like my family during COVID, we're all at home, and when they are on the internet with me on other devices at the same time, while I'm trying to be live. So you want to pay attention to all of that. Keeping your cameras steady is important too. So be sure that you have a structure or a stand or supporting devices for all of your equipment, your iPhone, your iPad, your laptop. And good lighting is important too. So unless you have super bright lighting in your studio, you may want to do your live streams during the day when you can take advantage of natural daylight coming through a window. Also, depending on your devices and even background noise, that sort of thing, a microphone, an extra microphone might be a good investment. I just have mine plugged into my iPad. Now, I don't claim to be an expert Switcher Studio user, but I do know enough so that I can produce live streams and videos that help make my recordings look clean and professional. And I'm hoping that this series of videos will help a few of you to do the same. Again, a big thank you to Switcher Studio for helping me to share this with all of you. Switcher would also like to make it easier for you to begin live streaming. They have allowed me to offer a coupon code, as I shared before, for a 30-day free trial. What a great way to give this app a go and see if it will work for you. I love it. Hopefully you will too. The code is Rachel30. And you can find that code and more details with the link of where you need to go to enter it in my description in the video. I invite you to visit my channel again soon. My next Switcher Studio sponsored video will be on the topic of how to prepare yourself and your environment for your live stream. I'll be sharing my setup with you. So on that note, please give me the thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and we will see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.